What's up, guys? Joker here, doing another video, and it's gonna be going over my thoughts of South Vern and the patch just in general that dropped April 1. We already knew what was gonna happen. Glavier and South Vern were coming out. I'm just gonna talk about like the general like launch experience and stuff like that, and what I thought about it. So before that, please leave a like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel, and yeah, let's get into it. So I'm just gonna start right now. I'm not gonna have like some gameplay for right now, but I'm gonna just talk about the whole drop experience. It was so weird. I've talked about that on my stream before, twitch.tv/Joker. That it was weird. It was like they said, "Oh, we're gonna have to delay the patch," and then a few hours later, they're like, "Oh, we found the critical thing, and we're actually good to go." I want to just talk about that. It's like I feel like Amazon doesn't know what they're doing, or whoever is running this, Amazon or Smilegate, they don't know what they're doing sometimes. Like, there's always problems in Europe, and I don't know why Europe has so many server problems. Even still, I keep hearing about it. Here, there's always a reason for being down for maintenance. And like, just today I got some compensation for maintenance. I didn't experience it, but it's like kind of weird how they always are like, oh, we're down for maintenance. We got to give them something. We got to do something. And it's like whenever I see that, it's like an acknowledgement of like incompetence or something like that. Like I don't know why they're having so many problems even still when there's really not that many people playing even compared to launch. Like in launch, it was like a million people. We're around half of that at best anymore. I checked on SteamDB, it was 500,000 something. And earlier in the week, it was like 200,000. So it's like, I don't know where they're having the problems with anymore. And I also saw somewhere someone was like, oh, it's only that low because Europe is down. It's like, why is Europe always down? Like, I feel like people need to talk about this more. Why do they have so many problems with Europe specifically only? It's really weird that they have America fine, but not Europe fine. It's like, what is going on there to where Europe is still a shit show? Um, to me it's unacceptable, and it goes to my point of saying like, okay guys, if you had a critical error, what was it to where you were like, oh shit, we gotta indefinitely delay the patch, we can't even tell you when, to a few hours later, oh, the patch is good to go, we're all good and we solved it. It's like, okay, that's so weird. like obviously it was something that was critical to where they had to say something because they couldn't launch it in a timely manner if that critical error was still there. um to me, I would have waited a few hours and just, said, hey, in the morning or some crap like that. Because I'm pretty sure it doesn't even launch until like 6 a.m. Central, 8 Central, something like that. When they take it down for maintenance, it doesn't come out of that and give you the new patch. So even then at midnight, it wouldn't have rolled out. Um, so why couldn't in the morning you said something? Like, why did they have to say something and then go back on it? Like, because they invited a bunch of people. I mean, whether it's right or wrong, they invited a lot of criticism. Um, and I think that's a problem on their lack of communication. It's just like weird in my sense. It comes off as weird. Like the community manager is getting like one thing, they don't understand why they're really getting it, but they're just getting told, hey, put this out. And it's not really, I feel like it's not coming from engineers or someone who would have more knowledge on like what this critical error is. It's just like, hey, there's a critical error, put this stupid statement out and, roll with it and stuff like that. And to me, I find that unacceptable. I think you need to have a better united front. I think you need to have someone who is the outward face leading this communication rather than, just, looking at Lost Ark Twitter and like going from there. Like, Final Fantasy, they have Yoshi P. I mean, whether you like it or not, WoW has Ian Hasekosis, their director. I mean, there's someone to look at as like the lead, the person guiding the way. And I feel like there isn't that. Like that guy who went on that Lost Ark show. I don't know where he went, but he's not here anymore, and you're not hearing from that guy anymore. So it's like, who we need someone who's a face to where that message is coming from them, and you're getting a good explanation. I think that's actually important. But yeah, now I'm gonna talk about my gameplay thoughts and stuff like that and show some gameplay I have. Okay, so this is South Vern. So, to me, it was a two zone area, and it was like two huge zones. Um, I was, kind of let down by South Vern. It was like, okay, all we're getting is, the world boss, something, the zone, the story content. And it's like, okay, that was all well and good, but the story content is really short. Like I did all the side quests and it took me about 3 hours. I've heard people who just do the story content, it's like an hour and a half maybe. Like the straight mainline thing. It's an hour and a half maybe. Um and to me I think that's really weird. To also where it's like what were they having a problem more to what I was saying? What were they having a problem with? To where all you had to do is implement this. Now they did have to implement the Super Express event, which is a catch-up mechanic for people who aren't in Tier 3. So if you have an alt or you're not in Tier 3, use it on them. Don't use it on a Tier 3 person. I used it on my Tier 3 self because I'm an idiot, and I didn't really understand it. And this is also another thing that's about the lack of communication. It was really weird. Later, when I was playing, they put out this little, thing on the bottom scroll, and there was like a warning message. It was like, "Hey guys, make sure you put this on not a tier 3 character." It's like, okay, so why was that not out earlier? And like also, why is all this shit bound? I really hate that all this crap is bound to me. What is the point of that? And before people say, "Oh well, then people are just gonna flood the market." It's like, no, there are items that are bound, but you can transfer them via roster. Why can't I do that for some of these items? Why is it gated on some and not the others? Like, if it's gated to a roster, like we're bounding it to your roster, that's cool, that's fine. But bounding it to just one character on a lot of items is really stupid. Um, I just don't see the point of it. Like, just make it all roster wide. You're able to use it. I don't see a negative effect of that. I can't even think of something, but maybe someone else can think of it. Um, but yeah, so Super Express event, it's cool. The rewards are still good, so it's like fine. I'm gonna get some like chests and stuff like that. I had to do the tier 2 Ulrich Abyssal Dungeons, and Jesus Christ, I did Ulrich with a team that just fucking sucks. But then I did it with a 14-15. Dude, we deleted those bosses. It was freaking hilarious. We didn't even do any mechanics. It was actually amazing. Um, so just go into Party Finder if you screwed up and put it on a tier 3 character and just get those like bonus rewards. Um, because it like not the little dinky ones. There's like a mission one for completing each like different set. And the last one with the Ulrich ones, it gives you really, really good rewards. You get a ton of silver, you get legendary cards, you get legendary like rapport chests and stuff like that. It's really good. That's why it's still worth it, even if you screwed up. It's just more worth it if you put it on like a tier 1 or tier 2 character. And then you notice at the top the arc pass. They put that in the game. And it was what was discussed in every video talking about the arc pass. It's like you got the basic, you got the dolphin, and then you got the super whale one. And to be honest, the super whale thing, is it worth the money? I don't really think it's worth the money because it's just cosmetics, and I don't really care that much about it. There's also some other stuff. I think there's like some war chest rewards. I didn't really see anything really that big. If you want to get upgrade your battle pass, just do the premium one because like that does give you extra like mats and stuff like that. But the basic one, to be honest, not that bad. It's 30 levels. I'm on level 8 right now, and I'm just like doing my dailies. And like I said, I did some of the Ulrich dungeons. So it's not really that bad in general what was going on. And you know, it's fine. It's a battle pass. It's designed to make people keep playing the game and retain people. That's totally okay. Um, if people want to spend money, they'll spend money. Um, it's a free to play game. They got to do something to make money. But I was just thinking, why couldn't they keep Naruni in? Like, not like make it as much rewarding as it was before, but just like keep it in. It's like it was a fun thing to do every like top hour and stuff like that. It was a really cool thing, and I wish they do bring that back. But for now, we have the Arc Pass and the Super Event Pass, and both last a really long time. The Super Event one is until June 30th, and the Arc Pass I think is just as long. So you have a lot of time with them. It's not gonna like run out and stuff like that. I think that's also really good because most battle passes are like super quick and stuff like that. But you know, it's whatever. It's a battle pass. Right now I'm 1373. I really don't care about moving further ahead to 1415 when Fulton comes out. I know that's going to be a big thing. And then, also thinking about it, I played the first phase of Argos and it was really cool and stuff like that. And I feel like I have, plenty of things to do now that I am 1370 and like, okay, I can do other content. Southburn was, though nice. I do like how I've discussed story content. I think it's really important to have, and the story was really cool. I'm trying to like skip around like really big spoilery things, and I won't show like the last part because it was really dope. Um, I do wish though that it was one of those instances that was continuous and really long, and I didn't die, so I don't really know like if there's checkpoint mechanics or something like that. I really hope there are checkpoint mechanics, just because it would be annoying someone to like die and have to restart all the way at the front. I mean, that would be really annoying. And you've seen it on Metis Island. I mean, I don't know why the hell that exists, so where it's such a long thing, and if you die, you have to start from the beginning. So that's what I'm basing that on, and hoping they have like some checkpoint systems in there. Because usually in these, like for instance, what I'm doing right now is like an instance thing. I hope it's like they have some type of checkpoint system. Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, I thought the story was cool. I mean, you can say it's like lacking. It was lacking umph and some more content thing to do. That's clearly the thing. All they added was Glavier. I really don't know how I feel about the class because when I was playing in Ulrich, the three people who died constantly and couldn't do anything with the Glaviers. But I've heard good things about Glavier, so I don't really know what that is. It's just maybe those guys just sucked ass, to be honest. Because Ulrich is, I mean, like, seriously, guys, Ulrich is easy. You play Argos, Jesus Christ, Argos is just like way above that, so you'd be quitting that out like instantly. Um, Also, there were like people that was fighting with each other. It was when I was doing Argos, it was honestly kind of cringe at a point to where it's like, guys, it's just a game. Like, calm down, stop freaking out about content and stuff like that. It's like it's gonna be here. There's not a lot of people that are 1370. There's not a lot of people that are 1400. So just wait. I mean, I feel like Bolton is gonna launch on time. Whenever this what is it, stamp collection winds off, that's when Bolton's probably gonna launch because more people are gonna be there. I do appreciate the Super Arc Express, whatever the hell thing. That was really cool of them to do. Because they're like, okay, we took out the Naruni race. Let's put something in that will give them a lot of rewards. And I think what's really important is giving silver rewards. There's plenty of that because you're gonna need silver as you go on. So that was really good. But something I also saw was I noticed in the Korean version there are specifically South Vern dungeons that are 1400 plus. Where those, I mean, that could be good for people to do more content, but again, it's just Chaos Dungeon, so it's not really a big deal. We're gonna get a new Guardian raid next month too. That comes, I think, the same time as Walton, so that will be good too. It'll be more, a different thing to do. But I think also the most important thing is like, I mean, you don't have to always be playing this game. You don't have to always burn yourself out. I think the people who are bragging are like, I got 5 guys that are 1370, man. How are you wiping on this content, man? Come on. And then some other guys like, yo, man, I got 1370 plus guys, man. What the hell are you talking about, man? And then the other guy's like, well, why do you suck, then? And the other guy's like, fuck you. And I'm like, who the fuck cares which one of you's a bigger loser? No one cares. Please stop. And it's like, guys, there are other games, there are other things to do in life. If you're worrying about, man, there's no need to play all these alts. It's like, and stuff like that, and like, have a dick measuring contest and stuff. It's like, the content will be here, and there's other stuff to do. There's plenty of games to play. You can go for a walk. I mean, you can adopt a dog. I mean, there's a dog barking in my freaking courtyard area type thing. Can you adopt that one? I mean, there's plenty of things to do. And I think at the end of the day, this patch, if I had to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it was a 5, just because it wasn't really much to do. It didn't add really that much. But Southburn was cool, and I really think the story part was really, really cool. It was worth it for there. We got a new class. To me, and to be honest, I would never play Glavier. I mean, just from the fact that it's just been a bad experience from what I've seen. But I mean, that's just my opinion on it, and it's kind of been tainted by bad people. But yeah, I mean, Southburn was really cool too. You get a ton of mats if that was something you were looking for. You have to be 1340 though. You get like 2K of both, I think, around if you do all the side missions and the main story. So that's like really cool. You get a bunch of like, the solar graces and stuff like that to boost up your chances, and you'll get a lot of mats, and it'll be really good. But yeah, that was just my take on, the patch, the whole rollout and stuff like that. Leave a comment below about what you guys thought. I mean, am I wrong, or was this actually a really good patch? I think, to be honest, it wasn't. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. Take care, guys. See you later, and bye.